In today's video, we're going to talk about trading up options when it comes to the precious metals, whether it be 40% for 90% silver, 90% for pure silver, or pure silver for gold. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Hope you're doing well, feeling great, and staying safe. It's a great day to have a great day. Today, I wanted to talk about silver, along with different ways of trading up when it comes to different levels of purity or even different metals. We're going to get into it, but really quick, just in case you're new, make sure to subscribe for daily videos. Also subscribe to my second channel, which is my backup channel for exclusive weekly content. Brand new video over there, go check it out. The link will be in the description. And if you want to get some DYDSS merchandise to help support the channel, I would really appreciate it. Any and all merchandise can be found by clicking the first link in the description section down below. Thank you in advance. It's more than appreciated. But today is Sunday, April 18th, 2021. It's currently 64 degrees outside. It was very sunny before, but now it's nothing but clouds. And I'm still going to enjoy the day anyway. So in case you hear any birds chirping in the background or the car driving past, that will be exactly why. Why be inside when you could be outside? I understand the audio won't be perfect, but it doesn't need to be perfect. I wanted to talk about silver and trading up today. Now, this could mean a variety of different things. It could mean trading 40% for 90%. It could mean trading 40% for pure silver. It could mean trading silver for gold. It could mean a lot of different things. And by the way, speaking of the two precious metals, the current spot price as I'm recording the video is $25.95, and the current spot price for gold is $1,776.50. Of course, it's Sunday, so the markets are closed, but we're going to get a little bit of insight this evening, and we're going to get even more information tomorrow morning. So I wanted to prioritize talking about 40%, 90%, 3/9, 4/9 fine silver today, along with a little bit of gold. Now, many people do plan on trading their silver for gold one day. Now, they could be waiting for a variety of different things. They could be waiting for the bulk of their silver to get to the point where it's like, okay, I need to downsize, or they might be waiting for the gold to silver ratio gap to close in. They might be waiting for a variety of different things to happen. But the number one reason many people would want to convert one metal to the other is to save space. But in addition to reducing the weight and the bulk, you're also making the stack more mobile, more portable, easier to transport, easier to hide, whatever it is that you're trying to do. That's probably the number one reason people trade their silver for gold, or they plan on trading their silver for gold one day in the future. Now, the current gold to silver ratio is, I believe, about maybe 1:70. 1:69, 1:68, somewhere within that range. And in my opinion and from my perspective, it is absolutely not the time to trade silver for gold. Now, if you're running out of room for all your silver, or if you're in desperate need of reducing the weight, reducing the bulk, and you want to trade some silver for some gold, I see absolutely nothing wrong with it. But I don't think right now is the most opportune time to trade the beautiful white metal for the beautiful yellow metal, to trade what I consider to be the opportunity metal for what I consider to be the powerhouse metal. I don't think right now is the time. When the gold to silver ratio is in the 1:60s or 1:70s, as far as I'm concerned, the answer is no. I would much rather wait for the gold to silver ratio gap to close in a little bit. If and when we got to see 1:50, I still probably wouldn't convert any silver to gold, but I would say, okay, now we're talking, can we see 1:40? At 1:40, I could absolutely see myself trading a little bit of silver for a little bit of gold. Not all my silver, not most of my silver, not even half of my silver, but just a small portion of the silver for gold. Again, to reduce the weight, reduce the bulk, and trade the opportunity metal for what I consider to be the powerhouse metal. Now, if you're somebody like me who's prioritizing acquiring silver for preferably the lowest possible dollar amount, one of the easiest ways you can do so right now, unfortunately, because I'm not a fan of doing this myself, but it's with 40% silver. You can get a lot of 40% silver either online or from a physical in-person coin shop for a significantly lower premium than the 90% silver or the 3/9s or the 4/9s fine silver. So some people out there are really loading up on 40%. Now, the problem with 40% is that it takes up quite a bit of space. I mean, think about it. One singular 40% half dollar takes up just as much room as one 90% silver half dollar. But don't forget, the 90% half dollar, 90% of the coin is silver. But when it comes to the 40% silver half dollar, 60% of the coin isn't even silver. So if you were to compare the two, how many 40% versus how many 90% does it take to equate to about a troy ounce of silver? With the 90%, it would only take 3. With the 40%, it takes 7. More than double. If you add that up, instead of 7, how about 70? Or 700? Or 7,000? It takes up significantly more room than 3 or 30 or 300 or 3,000. So what you can do, if you choose, now you have to weigh out the pros and the cons on your own. This is not something that I'm personally doing. I'm still focusing on the 90% right now, but if it ever got to the point where 90% was pretty much unbearable, the premiums are so astronomically high, I would move on over to 40% if I had to. But right now, I'm focusing on the 90%. But what you can do, if 90% is out of reach for you, or if you just simply like stacking 40%, if you were to load up on 40%, and the premiums begin to normalize over time on 90% and pure silver, that is, what you could do at that point is trade some of your 40% for some 90%, if that's what you choose to do. For example, 7 40% half dollars is roughly the equivalent of 3 90% half dollars. So you could trade a troy ounce of 40% silver for a troy ounce of 90% silver. 7 for 3. Reduce the weight, reduce the bulk. Or, if you wanted to, you could trade them for silver quarters. Take about 6 90% silver quarters. Silver dimes, it would take about 14 of those. Just from getting rid of your 40% and converting it into 90%. See, they weigh the same. The silver content, that is. They're both a troy ounce of silver, just about. Or if you wanted to take 7 40% half dollars and trade it for just a straight up 1 troy ounce silver coin rounder bar. A pure silver coin rounder bar. If that's what you wanted to do. And of course, if there was somebody on the other side of the table who had what you were looking for and want what you have more than they want what they have, you just switch. Simple as that. A troy ounce of silver for a troy ounce of silver. Except one is pure silver and one has other metals mixed into it. Silver, silver at the end of the day. So it's really not that big of an issue. But if you're someone like me with more of a proactive mentality rather than a reactive mentality, you want to take care of an issue before it becomes an issue, and you want to prioritize making sure your stack is mobile, you could transport it, you can move it around easier, you can hide it easier. If and when the gold to silver ratio gap closes in, like I said, I wouldn't do it right now. I would begin considering it at 1 to 50. I would begin making some conversions at 1 to 40. 1 to 30 would be even better. I don't know if we're going to get to that point. But let's just say 1 to 50. Because that would be progress from where we are right now, roughly in the 1 to 70 range. If and when we see 1 to 50 again, want to know what we could do? If we have a ton of 40% silver that we picked up for a very fair premium, considering the premiums on 40% are significantly lower than 90%, 3.9s and 4.9s fine. If we were to load up on 40% temporarily, I know it takes up a lot of room, but when push comes to shove, sometimes you got to do what you got to do. If the gold to silver ratio goes to 1 to 50, at that point, considering it takes about 7 40% half dollars to equate to a troy ounce of silver, multiply that by 50, brings us up to 350 40% silver half dollars. That right there would be the equivalent, or roughly the equivalent, to a troy ounce of gold, and that's what we can convert right there. 350 40% half dollars for one little gold coin. One little troy ounce of gold if of course that's what we needed to or wanted to do, and obviously if there was somebody on the other end who had a troy ounce of gold and wanted all of that silver. That's something that you have to factor in as well. But it's an idea. It's just an example. And you can play with the numbers on your own. You can plug numbers in to figure out how many 40% silver half dollars you would need if the ratio was 1 to 60 or 1 to 35 or whatever the case may be. Quick and easy math can help you figure out exactly how much 40% you would need to trade up to however much 90% silver you want, however much pure silver you want, or however much gold you want or need. Once again, coming around full circle, the reason I would trade one metal for the other in the first place would simply be to reduce the weight, reduce the bulk, and make the stack easier to move, transport, hide, etc., etc., etc. Now, by the way, I know we're talking about trading up. I know we're talking about taking 40% and converting it into 90%, or talking about silver and converting it into gold. But what about when the tables turn? What about when the shoe's on the other foot? What happens when the gold to silver ratio gap isn't closing in? What happens if it goes really far apart? What happens if it goes back to about 1 to 100, which is what we saw about a year ago? What happens if we were to see 1 to 110, 120? What then? Would it be a smart idea to trade gold for silver instead of silver for gold? This is something that a lot of people do. I've gotten plenty of comments from plenty of different people on plenty of different occasions telling me that they actually traded some of their gold for silver. Now, this is something that I personally consider to be a really smart idea. However, it's not something I would do myself. I'm a little bit too fixated on moving forward, and if my goal is to trade my time for dollars, which pains me to say, by the way, trading away my most valuable asset, my time, the only thing in the world that you can't get back, for fake fiat currency glorified IOU debt note dollar bills. Unfortunately, I have no real choice. That's what we have to do. But I go to work, trade my time for dollars, and then I trade my dollars for silver with however many dollars are left over after taking care of everything that I have to take care of. And then I hold on to that silver for the long term. And if and when an opportunity presents itself to me to trade a little bit of that silver for a little bit of gold, I would absolutely hop on the opportunity. Because I'm all about moving forward, not back. Now, if I were to trade my time for dollars, then my dollars for silver, then my silver for gold, would it make sense for me to trade that gold back for an even larger amount of silver? For me, no. For me, I wouldn't do that. I understand completely why some people do. It's just a little bit too wishy-washy for me. It's a little bit too back and forth. It's like playing ping pong. That's not really something that I would want to do. Even if it was a really rock-solid opportunity, that's just personally not what I would want to do. I would want to move forward, not back. And when I get to the point where I have the gold that I want, when I trade my time for dollars, my dollars for silver, my silver for gold, I don't plan on dying with a safe full of gold. That's not what the end goal is for me. I would then like to trade gold, potentially one day, for some land. Because there's a lot of different things you can do with land. There's a lot of different things you can do with properties and houses and real estate. You can put roofs over people's heads. You could lease a plot of land for farming purposes, which generates a little bit of cash flow for you and puts cash back into your pocket, which you can then take and convert into even more silver, which you can then take and trade for even more gold, which you can then take and potentially trade for even more land. It's a beautiful cycle. Now, this is all in theory. This is what I hope to be able to do. In a perfect world, that's what I would do, but unfortunately, we don't live in a perfect world. Not everything is going to go my way. I understand that. Not everything is going to go according to plan, but I like my strategy. I'm sticking to it. This is what works for me. It doesn't work for everyone. Not everyone's going to agree with me. If you don't agree with me, that's perfectly fine. You don't have to agree with me. But I want you guys to head on down to the comments and let me know if you had a ton of 40% silver. Or maybe this is something that you've done in the past. Maybe you've already been in this position. If you had a ton of 40% silver, could you see yourself trading it for a decent amount of 90% silver? A troy ounce for a troy ounce, except 7 half dollars for 3 half dollars to reduce the weight, reduce the bulk, and make the stack easier to transport. Head on down to the comments and let me know anything and everything related to trading up when it comes to the precious metals. And if anybody's interested in joining the Precious Metals VIP Club, it's where I can do things on my own terms, not on YouTube's terms, my terms. I'm hosting privately held live streams. They're smaller and easier to manage. I'm also doing giveaways, discounts, personalized promo codes, shout-outs, deal alerts when silver and gold is on sale on a variety of different websites. And of course, you can watch all of my videos early and commercial-free. Come join the Precious Metals VIP Club. It'll be the first link in the description. You're invited. I'd be happy to have you. And if you guys enjoyed today's video, please hit that like button. If you guys like me, make sure to hit that subscribe button like a Karen hits a bus window. Or you can hit the subscribe button like Ben Askren hit the canvas last night. Also subscribe to my second channel, which is my backup channel for exclusive weekly content. Bunch of brand new videos over there. Just posted one about the 2021 silver and gold eagles with the new design. Also one about recovery stocks, another one about the tech stock sell-off, another one about the Suez Canal, another one about the credit card crackdown, and a bunch of others. Go check them out. The link will be in the description. Trying really hard to hit 3,000 subscribers. We just hit 2,000, and I appreciate that. And if you want to help support the channel in the biggest possible way, please consider getting yourself some DYDSS merchandise. Of course, we have some precious metal themed t-shirts and hoodies, which are up for grabs, along with a ton of other products. T-shirts, hoodies, even stickers, many of which are raising funds and awareness for different charity organizations, such as the recently released Kraken Stackin' t-shirt, hoodie, sticker, and coffee mug, inspired by the beautiful 2-ounce silver Kraken coin, which, by the way, is helping us raise a little bit of funds and awareness for ocean cleanup charity organizations at no additional cost to you. It comes out of my pocket, not yours. And, of course, the brand new DYDSS Karen Free Zone t-shirt, hoodie, sticker, and coffee mug.
My name is not Karen.
Any and all merchandise can be found by clicking the first link in the description section down below. Thank you in advance. It's more than appreciated. And I want you guys to head on down to the comments and let me know, once again, would you trade a decent amount of 40% silver for some 90% silver? Troy ounce for a troy ounce to reduce the weight, reduce the bulk of the stack? Would you trade junk constitutional 40 or 90% silver for pure silver? Have you ever done this before? Would you trade silver for gold if and when the gold to silver ratio gap made sense to you? And also, if the ratio were to go far apart, could you see yourself, or have you ever, traded gold back for silver? Head on down to the comments and let me know anything and everything related to today's video topic. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. And remember, don't you dare stop smiling. Peace.